On the mystical island of Siquijor, stories of sorcery, healers, and unseen spirits are part of everyday life. But there's one story even locals refuse to talk about: the story of the church that was never blessed. They say it was built by a Spanish priest in the late 1800s, a man who arrived without a name, and who carried a black Bible no one had ever seen before. At first, people were glad. A new church meant protection, but something about the priest felt wrong. When he smiled, the air turned cold, and every time he prayed, the candles burned blue. The villagers helped build the church using stones from the mountain and coral from the sea. But the work was strange. The priest demanded it be finished in only 7 days, and that no one should speak or look inside the church after midnight. On the 6th night, fishermen passing by said they saw lights glowing from the windows and shadows dancing inside. The next morning, the church was almost complete, but the priest was gone. All that was left was his black Bible on the altar and pages missing from the middle. When the bishop sent men to bless the church, none of them would stay past sunset. They said the air inside was heavy, like hundreds of unseen eyes were watching. One of them fell ill the same night and died whispering the words, "It wasn't built for him." Since then, anyone who tried to restore or clean the church faced misfortune. Workers got fevers. Their tools vanished. One man swore he heard chanting from beneath the floor. Then, in the 1960s, a great storm struck Siquijor. The villagers watched as lightning struck the church's iron cross, splitting it clean in half. They thought it was destroyed. But when the storm cleared, the building still stood, untouched. From that day on, people called it the church that shouldn't exist. No priest ever claimed it again. No mass was ever held inside. Only the wind. And sometimes the sound of bells ringing with no hands pulling them. Today, the church is overgrown with vines. The doors are chained, but locals say if you press your ear against them, you'll hear faint whispers, voices praying in Latin echoing from the altar. Tourists sometimes come looking for it, but guides warn them not to take anything, not a rock, not a leaf. A man once took a piece of broken stone from its wall. He returned 3 days later, pale and trembling, saying he dreamed of a priest standing beside his bed, whispering, "Give it back." No one knows who really built the church, or what happened to the man who started it. But one thing's certain: Siquijor holds secrets meant to stay buried. And if you ever find yourself on that island and you hear church bells ringing in the middle of the night, don't look for where they're coming from, because some places of worship were never built for God.